I mean, we are 5 years on from Grenfell, and I'm afraid it's really disappointing that the Minister comes here today to declare, after a year of this pilot being in place, that it's taken too long and too onerous. Homeowners have been aware of this. It's been blindingly obvious for a long time, as we've seen from the evidence that they have provided. So why is it taking so long for the Government to admit that this pilot was failing? And the Minister talks about using powers to compel developers and other parties to come to the table. What powers, and how are they going to be deployed?
Cabinet Secretary. Well, first of all, I don't believe the pilot hasn't been a success. I think the pilot has been a success in being able to test out the single building assessment. The problem has been the way the single building assessments have been commissioned. It has shown to be too complex and too onerous for homeowners and factors, and that's what we have learned, and therefore are now switching to a commission basis. But the basis of the pilot and the single building assessment is absolutely sound, because what it will do is to help identify those buildings that are safe and can be given the green light, and that's good. But it will also identify those buildings that require remediation, what that remediation is, to do that on a once basis only to a high standard, and to make sure that the developers that are associated with those buildings pay for that and get on and do that, and that we can support those buildings where no developer can be found. In terms of Willie Rennie's last point, I have every faith, actually, that the Accord, from the discussions I've had with developers, they want to do the right thing. Every one of them I've spoken to wants to do the right thing. What I said at the end of my statement was that should we be required that if there are some that don't want to come to the table, then we will look at using powers at our disposal to compel them, and we will look at legislation to do that if we need. But I don't think we'll need to do that, because I think developers want to be seen to do the right thing and fulfil their responsibilities. But as I say, I will keep Parliament updated on these matters as we go forward.